And
Uja, greetings, everyone. Sehu Khepera Ankh here uh, for a brief discussion on the upcoming special presentation on the temple and tomb of Ramses III of ancient Egypt. I'm joined today by my spiritual partner, Asar, Dr. Ma'at Lewis, who will be joining in this brief discussion on our upcoming presentation.
yeah, greetings. Looking forward to talking a bit about this special presentation and getting a sense of the who, what, where, when, and why this presentation is so special and important.
So I guess we can talk about why is it so important and special. In recent history, the past 4 or 5 years or so, there have been reports of people, especially people in the African diaspora, who have had DNA tests done, which shows a biological familial connection to Ramses III. So I came up with this idea to do a special presentation so that we can explore the personality of Ramses III through his the literature that he left behind, which will give us insight into his personality, his psyche, his spiritual process, and what he believed in, what he discovered internally, etc. So it's sort of like a cosmic family reunion. Uh, but of course, it's open to anyone who is interested in this ancient spiritual tradition from ancient Kemet.
Well, I was going to ask and say, so who is this presentation intended for? Who would benefit most from it?
Well, people who are curious about uh, what this genealogical connection means from the perspective of the spiritual tradition, what this connection, the profundity of the connection and what it relates to, and how it helps a person to understand the ancient culture from which they have a biological connection.
So this may be very relevant for people who have, in fact, found out they have, through DNA testing, a lineage to Ramses III, and also people who are curious about just understanding what these writings mean and share.
Right. And indeed, and one of the important, or perhaps the most important or significant aspect of the presentation is I'll be doing original translations of the hieroglyphic text that is found in the temple and the tomb. So we'll be doing a deep dive exploration into the mystical tradition of which Ramses III participated in.
And
So
can you give a little bit more of a insight about what you will be doing in terms of those translations, or what images or things you may be showing?
yes, so the translations will be select panels from the temple of Medinet, what is referred to as a temple of Medinet Habu. And select because the temple is sort of some parts of the temple are well preserved and some parts of the temple are not well preserved. So we're going to go to the parts of the temple that are well preserved and select certain relevant panels that gives insight into the spiritual tradition and the spiritual process that Ramses III personality engaged in. And then we're going to go to some parts of the temple that are not well preserved, but some aspects of the literature are still there, and we'll explore those as well. Similarly, we'll go to the tomb of Ramses III, and there are select panels in that tomb that are relevant, again, to the spiritual process and the spiritual discipline that this personality was associated with. So I already have those panels selected and pulled out, and beginning the early stages of working on doing the translations. And so those translations. Hmm?
I was going to say, do you have one you could show us?
Sure. I have
Teaser?
okay, a very, very short teaser. So I could pull this one up. So one of the things that we'll be discussing is the Opet festival. And this depiction is actually from the temple of Karnak, which shows the procession of the Opet festival. So this is something that we'll be discussing in detail, and what it all means and what it refers to and how it relates to you as a person interested or a spiritual practitioner of the tradition yourself. And from the tomb, this is one of the panels that we'll be looking at. We have a harper who is playing a harp in front of a deity. And one of the significant aspects of this scene is that the harper is playing a harp with 10 strings. And 10 is the number of Heru. So it has deep, profound implications related to the Ascension resurrection, the powers of Heru, etc. So I don't want to give it away, but that's just a little teaser. And from the temple, we can look at, I'll stop share and reshare. This is one of the panels that we'll be looking at. And here is the personality, Ramses III. And we'll be discussing what these hieroglyphs mean, and all of the elements associated with this scene. You can see here he's being carried on a palanquin, and behind him are two goddesses. So what does this all mean? How does it relate to you as a human being? And we'll be going through the hieroglyphs at the top of the wall, behind here. So there's a lot to go through. So it's going to be a rich presentation. It's going to be hopefully fulfilling for people who join, and a great cultural experience.
And so where are we going to be for this special presentation and this wonderful Nefer cultural experience?
It's actually going to be online. We're going to do it on Zoom.
Okay.
And so people don't have to travel or go anywhere. You can do it in the comfort of your own home, in a sacred space in your own home, a comfortable area, etc. All you would need is a computer, a working computer, or you could do it on your phone. So.
And our dates when we will have this wonderful event are going to be going
So
by
it'll
today?
be right. So it'll be September 19th to the 22nd of 2025. And I can show you how to sign up for it. So
And it will be part day during those dates.
yeah, so mostly it'll be part day. So once you sign up for it, then you'll get an itinerary, a schedule of when the presentations will be and what the presentation and the topics of the presentations for that day. It'll be 4 consecutive days. Uh, so yes. Mm-hmm.
And so you said you were going to show us how to sign up.
I can show that. Let's see. So share. So you go to www.kemeticyogassociation.com website, and you go all the way to the right. An advertisement will come up for the book, the volume 2 book. If you want to get the book, fine. But if you want to go straight to the program, you can just exit out, and this will come up. Then you go all the way to the right to more. You see Ramses III. You click on Ramses III. This page comes up and you fill out the form, submit the payment of $75, and you receive the itinerary and the schedule of events for the 4 days. And that's as easy as that.
Do our adorations. Thank you
Mhm.
for that. So, any sort of closing reflective thoughts that you would share for encouraging those who are curious or have this connection to attend?
Well, it's going to be a very profound, sobering uh, experience. Um, and it's going to bring some kind of continuity. It can bring some kind of continuity to a person's life, knowing that they have that deep connection, understand what that deep, the meaning behind that deep connection through their biology and their spirit. And anyone else who is interested, of course, can participate and be part of the experience of self-discovery. So it's going to be a profound experience with lots of mic drop moments and blow your mind moments and and things like that. It's going to be nice.
We'll do our adorations for giving us this little sneak preview. It does stand to be a powerful experience, again, for those who have discovered some, biological lineage to Ramses III, but also, I think, for those of us who have a curiosity and an interest in all things ancient Egypt and Kemet, to gain a better and deeper understanding of what this particular royal personality had to offer. So, Dua, for you in bringing this forward, and looking forward to sharing in this festive celebration.
Do and do it for you for engaging in this discussion.
That's it.
It's